Amen. Well, we're live, trying to get everything in order. Glad you're with us tonight. Let's see. Welcome tonight to Ask the Pastor, and that's my Bible horn. But glad you're with us tonight. We are. I just finished up a Zoom call and had a Skype call before that, and a pastor call before that. So, trying to wolf down my food. Say hi to everybody that's getting on, and get everything lined out. Doug and Wayne and my mom and Jeff Milner and Gail Spencer and Eric Lee and Abby, Melinda, Matt Orman. What's going on, man? Nancy and Tara, Dylan Spell. Dylan, it's been a long time since I've seen you. Paulette and Darcy. Clark is watching. And who else is on there? Amy and Chase Murphy. So one of them, I'm assuming probably Amy, Jenny, Lindsay Churchill. We've been praying for her and praying for her child and their family, and praying that things are going well with them. Marcia, John Cordy, Joe Witten. I haven't seen you for a while, man. How's this softball, non-softball stuff? How did that work out this year? Are you guys a spring sport or a fall sport? Savannah and Dylan Cox and Aaron Sekeli and Bev. And I just finished dinner and I'm drinking Diet Dr. Pepper, so I'm trying to not be belchy on camera, but trying to wolf down some food. Josh is here too. Josh says, Marcy, you're going to be on this side of me. Bring your frother over here. Let's see Nathan, bring that frother over here. Let's see that. Marcy's frothing her coffee. Spring sport. Softball's a spring sport. So no softball for you guys. It looks like Marcy's got a frother. She's been frothing her coffee. Oh, it just sprayed stuff all over me.
Well, I just rinsed it off. It was just water.
All right.
I got to do something since I can't go to Coffee Crossing.
Let's move that back just a little bit out of the camera. Right there. Well, how are you guys doing? And 8 weeks in, 19-2 before the shutdown. Incredible young ladies. Incredible young ladies with an incredible coach. Somebody's texting me. I can't see
Abigail.
Text messages.
Abby says she's frothed as well.
Who's texting me? Let's bring that up. Gosh, it just gets crazy for a minute.
Hey.
I got a new hoop light.
Abby got a frother.
Abby got a frother too. How come that text message did not come up? Oh well, it don't matter. Back to you, Cam. We got some guests that are going to be with us tonight, so we'll be trying something new, and that'll be interesting. Going to try to bring them in on Skype, and so that'll be happening in a little bit. He'll be messaging me. We actually wrote down some questions this week. Our week has been crazy. I don't know if you watched the services yesterday, but the camera that you are watching us on live tonight is the camera that bit the dust. And so the cord, this yellow cord right here, saved the camera. And so I'm thankful for that. Man, what in the world? And so today I got in my new hoop light. Look at my complexion. Let me see if I can change it. Oh, let's see. What's this? Makes this a little bit oranger, and then back to ripped tan. And ripped tan today from putting up a pole barn. And so, beautiful day. Hey, Robert, nice bird you got, man. That was awesome. Edna Hedrick as well. Good to see you, Edna. Allison Hurstpop. And so, Allison Pop.
Edna's on here.
Edna's on here.
Hi,
Tom Forrest. Hey, what's going on, brother? Good to see you and keep up with you. Tom Forrest is a horse trainer up towards Crawfordsville, Indiana, and we're friends with him. He does cowboy camps with us as well. Going to ask some questions, just kind of keep things moving along, and then you can keep commenting. One of the things that I wanted to do tonight, since we've been talking about food on every meeting, we're going to have this little quarantine personality thing. But this is one thing I'd like you to do. I would like you to type out, if you have a recipe, type it out, put it in the comments. Froth Your milk creamer, so good. It's so,
Babe, the fact that you just asked.
Look at this thing.
Hey, the fact that you
why
just
would you use that in your coffee?
The fact that you just asked people to type out their recipe on here shows that you have never cooked from a recipe.
I've never cooked.
Period. I know. That's
all right.
why people
there you go.
Yeah. Okay.
My youth partner got her one with a. That's awesome. 7-year-old crossbow harvest of a turkey with Robert Small. That is tough.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's hard to do.
I saw the barn. Yeah, we started a pole barn today, and that was exciting. So.
Is that our Shelby Lewis?
Yep. That's
Shelby.
And let's see. Leslie laughed at a movie. We're good.
That's the family group.
Yeah, but this is the family group. Thanks. That's too much work. Oh my goodness. Yeah. He said.
Allison, what's too much work? The frother?
No, not the frother. She's not a frother. What is a recipe, Nancy? We're about to find out tomorrow what the recipe is.
That's what Allison's saying. That's too much work to type out the recipe.
And grilled sandwiches for lunch.
Allison.
Brad Nichols is watching. Brad, I saw those coyote pups. You attract those things. How on earth did you sit down by a den full of coyotes? Trinity's watching. Bobby Leitner. And Caleb Ball. I don't know him.
He's real cute.
Sandra Ralston. They're from Michigan. Watching recipes. Recipes. Nice autocorrect, Allison.
Allison, but if you ever want to get a frother, it's worth the money.
Let's see. Let's have some fun. This was what she said. This is what she said. Bam. Iowa. Don't you love the day and age that we live in where there is autocorrect is such a mess? Let's just give her a round of applause for that. Iowa. She meant to say recipes. Yeah, it could have been bad. They've been bad before. But if you have a recipe that you've enjoyed having during this time. All right, enough of the recipes.
I think that's
all right. So here's the first question that we're going to ask. Lee Solers and James Neal. Good to see you guys. Corey Anderson and Kathy Lisaby. Hey, Miss Lisaby. It's good to see you on Facebook. And we've been praying for you as well. And Jennifer Clayton LaGrange. Good to see her. And so I know I'm missing some because they're scrolling up. And I'm doing 3 things at once. Pam Llewellyn's watching with us as well. So we're talking about recipes. What kind of your recipes? I don't know what kind of recipes. Like, that would be like...
Let's go to the question and scratch
Eric, that would be like Carter balls or Buckeyes. Mm-hmm. That would be a good recipe to own, don't you think?
I haven't.
All right. Why don't you make it?
Because I don't like them.
Well, you're going to... This is not about you all the time.
You're
going to have to make some Carter balls or Buckeyes. What are recipes? I throw stuff together. Is that Josh? Josh, you're going to have to get your own Facebook, man. You can't troll on your wife's Facebook. All right, here's the first question. I just wrote if and this is not for everybody. Meatloaf. Do you want the meatloaf recipe or do you have a meatloaf recipe? Caleb, food already. All right. If church were open, if we were to open church back up, or your church was to open up, would you go back? Pulled pork French fries.
That's interesting.
But James, we better see the recipe. We want to see the recipe.
They put the pulled pork on the French fries. That would be a fancy version of redneck.
That would be redneck nachos. And so we take.
Who takes it?
I don't know how to prepare it. I'm the consumer.
Marcy takes.
I consume food. Pulled pork fries. Yeah, redneck nachos. Anyway, redneck nachos is pulled pork with barbecue sauce over Lay's potato chips with queso on top of it or cheese. No, Josh is on a video game. He doesn't even know how to make a pizza. Ha. And this will be we're going to troll Josh since he's not looking. Josh made this comment tonight. We'll give him a little party noise for Josh. Oh, man. I hope he heard that. But I have a meatloaf recipe from Cracker Barrel. I feel like I'm on Kentucky Field here. Allison Pop. Yeah, I thought it was better than that. And she's not And she's not a hunter. She doesn't even know what Kentucky Field is. That's hilarious. Yes. I can't wait. All right.
So if you're a churchgoer already, he's asking, if we, of course, Governor approved all that. When church doors open back up, are you ready to come back?
Are you ready?
I've been ready.
I am ready.
After the first 2 weeks.
Juba, are you ready? Juba's not so ready, and he likes us being home. That's our dog. Yeah. But we are ready, and we're making a plan for that. So
it is good. It's a good recipe.
It is. That sounds good. Yeah, I bet it does sound good. I seen Kevin Kirkessinger and Zach, and who else? Shannon have tuned in. Douglas said most definitely yes. There's going to be lots of yeses. People are tired of. I don't even know what this is anymore. I'm losing my mind.
Abby says
I'm ready. Karen French says yes. Amen. And we are ready. Clark, yes. Allison Pops, very ready. And we are just ready. Tim Fowler watching. Good to see you as well. And so let's do quarantine personalities. Are you ready? Let's have a little glockenspiel. What is that? All right. Today we're going to do quarantine personalities. I don't know. It's just on here. It's a choice. Quarantine personalities. While you're starting to do the quarantine personalities, I'm going to give you a list of them. All right? So you're going to have to pay attention. Are you the quarantine personality? Are you the sleeper? Are you the online shopper? Are you the foodie? Are you the social media binger? Are you the workout junkie? I put movie marathoner.
I have another one.
So sleeper, online shopper, foodie, social media binger, movie marathoner, workout junkie. While you're typing in those, and Marcy is going to share one of hers, I am going to bring Aaron up on Skype. And so if it gets kind of choppy for a little bit, it won't last forever, and it'll pick right back up. So you can go ahead and talk for a minute, and I'm going to see what I can do with this thing.
So Miss Jenny says she wants a dinner. Miss Jenny, I can't wait to do that too. We might have to wait a little bit before we can do that, but I am looking forward to that. So my friend Jenny tells me that my hair looks nice. See, what happened today is I said I can't take it anymore, and I went to CVS and I bought me a box of Revlon to cover up my grays. That's what I did today. It was essential because I did grab something essential I did have to have while I was there, but I couldn't take it any longer. So thank you, Jenny. All right. So Pam says she's going to stay in for a while. Not worth it. And with Colton, I can see where, and there's going to be people that feel that way for sure. It's going to be safer for them to wait. And I think that that's perfectly fine. Darcy wishes they could be here with us when we go back to church. I do too. Nancy's ready. Leroy Solers, scalloped cheesy potatoes baked.
I like cheesy, anything cheesy. I'll eat broccoli with cheese on it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how much I like cheese.
Wayne says every one of those is Abby. Wayne, that's because you have a wife who has all kinds of interests, and she's just very interesting because she doesn't like just one thing. She likes to do all the things. So that is why. Lego Builder, Trinity Dishner, that would be him as well. Lego Builder. James Keel, I think I don't have my glasses on. He's a foodie binger. Jenny Audikock, she's a Netflix nut. That's a good one. And Abby says her husband is so funny. Mine too, Abby. Marsha Coy says she's of the sleeper variety personality. Kathy Lisenby says movie marathoner and foodie. That's a good combination. Darcy Nunn, everyone other than workout junkie. Me too, Darcy, me too. So Kevin Kirkessinger says all of the above, and then he says thank you, Alan. Joe Witten, food machine in the kitchen. Joe Witten, I've heard you talk about him.
Yeah, we refereed basketball together.
Mm-hmm. I was just thinking I would love to have somebody come in my. Clark French says, I think you're starting to enjoy your meeting Mondays too much. Clark, as far as Alan goes, I cannot agree with you more. Bob. Online shopping or movie marathons, which there's just what's up. What else? Karen says, can we add work around the house cleaning and reorganizing? Karen, that is probably where I would fall for sure. Pretty sure you can count on. Clark says, pretty sure you can count me out as a workout junkie. Brittany's with us.
I seen you working outside. I seen you said you can catch me outside. No, I didn't just say that. But we're going to bring our special guest in here and see how this works. I'm going to switch cameras.
Do you think I should just let him scream?
Did it come in? I need to get eCam.
You want to try it?
There's eCam. I need to add us.
Is he trying to say things to you?
It's going to be glitchy for a second. I'm probably locked out. Let's see. Skype. Unlock. Can Rebel. Bam, there we are. So we got about half your face in.
You guys need to scoot together like you love each other.
We cannot hear you if you're trying to communicate with us.
Wow. Now we all can talk, and I don't know if you guys are trolling on Facebook with the feed as well. Can you hear us?
Yes.
We can hear you. Can you hear Judah in the background?
I don't know. Oh, know what it is. Bam. Aaron, can you hear us?
We can hear you.
All right.
So,
all right.
Can Brenda at you guys, thinking you could see her, but you can't. So, here.
Unless we pull up the Facebook feed, we can do that, I guess. Turn the volume down.
So can you see the comment?
They can see the comments across as they scroll across Facebook like we are.
That's so cool.
Super cool. Split screen. Wow.
Yeah.
I like it.
You need to lean maybe to your right, Aaron, or y'all need to
Lean to
actually
my right.
pretend like you like each other and be closer to one another.
Get a little closer together.
Yep. So we're asking our quarantine personalities. Are you a sleeper, an online shopper, a foodie, a social media binger, a movie marathoner, or a workout junkie? Which one of those would you be?
Probably me personally, probably everything but workout junkie. But I also work a physical job. I don't know if that counts.
All right, so Kathy Lisenby wants me to introduce. I know the video's kind of choppy. Hopefully the audio is not. But Aaron and Savannah, Aaron married Savannah about, 5 years ago? And so Savannah is my niece, and Savannah lived with us for a while. And they live up in Borden, and we met Aaron at a youth camp. And
I said, marry him.
And they fell in love with one another, long distance relationship. He moved out here. Go ahead.
I thought it was arranged, but okay.
Was it arranged?
I said, you need to marry that boy. And I was
yeah.
So how long y'all been married?
All right, you need to lean in just a little bit more. We have been married for 5 years. March 21st, 2015 was our wedding date.
And then, do you have any kids?
You can't hear the boy screaming bloody background?
So we've got a 6-month-old by the name of Judah Cash, and he is having a really, really hard time going to sleep right now. So you probably can't hear him because I'm on the condenser mic, but he is screaming bloody murder back in his room right now. And then we also have a 5-year-old foster child.
She is a girl.
She is a female.
And Marcy bought her a bunch of toys today.
Yeah.
Only 2.
I've banned people from buying her toys because she has a lot of them already and she doesn't play with them. She just wants to ask 100 questions a day and play with toys. Or watch SpongeBob. What
is her favorite toy?
Right now, it's the Jeep, which Laura bought for her, and she is enjoying that, driving around, riding around outside. Today, she actually ran it through the mud, and as soon as I came home, she was like, "Hey, Dad, can we clean off my Jeep? I got it all dirty in the mud."
crazy. People
That is
saying they
right
can
now.
hear you. Your all's video is a little bit choppy, and I don't know if that's on my end or your
I
end.
think Marsha means she can hear Judy.
She can hear Judah is what she's saying. I'm great with the 100 questions.
So you need to invite Kathy Lisenby over to your house, Savannah.
Yeah.
All right, we're losing quality on your video. Unless
Let me move this FaceTime camera and see if things straighten up. Oh, and that got good because Marcy's gone. Any better at all?
yeah,
Dead air is bad air. You guys are glitchy. I got everybody off, but that's the way it works. We don't have high-speed internet out here in Dean Lake, and you guys don't have it across the railroad tracks either. So we're just working on that.
no, we
So Savannah, what are you? Quarantine personality, sleeper, online shopper, foodie, social media binger, movie marathoner, workout junkie.
Which one would you like to be if you had time to be any of them?
If I could choose, I would be the sleeper, but obviously that's not working right now. And so I'm probably the social media binger because foodie, Judah wants to eat all of my food, so I can't even enjoy that. And Zelda, if I'm eating, thinks that she should also be eating what I eat. So,
All right, so we will plan on next week having. We'll be a little bit earlier. We'll go at 7 o'clock, and we'll go down to Caleb and Shelby's, and we will run Aaron and Savannah back with us, and that way it won't be so glitchy. But this is a trial run. We're wanting to do some missionaries and kind of stuff, and and bring them in on Skype as well. And it's something that we have not piddled with yet. So thank you guys for stopping tonight and being on with us. And
Go get baby.
yeah.
and I will see you in the morning.
I guess.
All right, good test.
Yep. You too.
Okay. So now back doing what we were doing.
And we're
Okay,
back.
Next
Yep.
question.
And so next question. So quarantine person, if church was open, would you go back? We had that question asked, and there's people that are still rolling with that. Rick Hazen is watching. And then we looked at having quarantine personality. Now, the next question, Marcy said I had to change the way that I wrote it. I wrote, do you get dressed? And she said, you can't ask that question.
Because Clark French is going to be on there. You can't ask that question.
And so she said, are people still getting dressed? We're seeing these memes where it's like, I washed 10 loads of clothes a day. They were all pajamas. Like, so we know that a lot of people wear pajamas, not only in their home, but everywhere that they go, which is intolerable for me. But are you still getting up, and if you're working at home and doing those things, are you still not brushing your teeth? I'm just assuming you're doing that. But are you getting dressed? You're putting on makeup, doing your hair, and all that kind of stuff. Has this changed that? Has it changed it for you?
No. My life just hasn't changed that much, other than church. Like,
Marcy's living a dream.
I'm not.
So she wanted to be a stay-at-home mom,
Mm-hmm.
and so I made that happen.
Right.
And so she's a stay-at-home mom, and what was the other thing that I always say? Not the queen of the White Castle.
The queen of the little white house.
The queen of the little white house. Shelby says no makeup except Wednesday and Sunday. Paula says no. Penny says I still get ready and I'm retired.
Yeah.
Where are you getting ready for, Penny? To get out of there? Yes, I get dressed. Makeup is a far stretch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
That's the way it seems to be working. We're working. Like,
right.
Because there is the quarantine, we have actually had less human contact, and because Four Seasons has been closed, we have done more work than probably ever before. More time on the phone and text messaging. Marcy's about to go crazy with the situation because it's Grand Central Station with my phone and with other pastors and the governor's office and all kinds of stuff that's going on. And so that's been crazy. Nancy says AM pajamas and PM pajamas. Yeah, we seen Will today, and he was in his pajamas.
I think when I say my life hasn't changed that much, that's probably not a true statement. It's misleading. My schedule hasn't changed that much. I think there are things about my life that have changed drastically that God has done. And I hate saying that my schedule hasn't changed that much when I know so many other people, their schedules have changed, and people have lost, they're not at work, they've lost loved ones, and so I don't mean to sound like this isn't, like it's not a big deal. See, and that is probably, honest to goodness, Twilight, I miss you too. I mean, I'm an introvert for sure. If I could go to church on Wednesdays and Sundays, like that's good for me. The weeks that we would have men's Bible study, church, men's Bible study Monday night, church Wednesday night, ladies Bible study Friday night, church Sunday, I would just be like, ugh. But now I just feel like, and not that I didn't enjoy it, I did enjoy it, but it was a lot for me. Just people. And I miss it. I truly miss it.
Look who just clicked on.
Hobie Stanfield.
Man, if I seen you, brother, I would give you a
my
forearm
goodness.
bash, dude.
I would give you a big hug, Hobie.
Man, I miss you, dude. Tanya says, hi, guys.
Hey,
and,
Tanya.
She finally got done making John happy and getting everything just perfect for John. We saw her trolling the Zoom message. She was like ghosting behind John in the Zoom meeting.
So when Abby says, yes, she's getting dressed, makeup only, she's going to town, not only is Abby getting dressed, but she's getting all types of other people dressed.
I've seen that.
Abby I got you some good stuff today.
That's good. I'm not going down that road. But Abby has been running an online clothing swap. For
us ladies at church, we have clothing swap a couple times, sometimes more than that a year, and Abby was kind enough to set that up. So us girls from church that normally do that together, Abby's made it possible. And as far as fun goes, that has been one of the funnest things, I think, just to kind of watch everybody on there and do that. I think it's been fun. Abby's good at that stuff. Abby's good at coming up with that stuff and doing that stuff.
Yeah, it's been good. My routine hasn't changed greatly. Fortunately, I get dressed every day. Fortunate for all of us. No, we just finished putting a room addition on a house and building a deck next to it, and we've got the privilege to see Clark because we had his aluminum break, and we were using it to do all kinds of stuff. But we see him out and about, Fix It French, out and about getting it done. Tony Bull says, hey, what's going on? Nothing, man. Just living the dream. That's not really the dream that I had, but it's a different dream. And so I'm living that dream, but enjoying that too. Do you get dressed?
We did that one.
Oh, yeah. This is a major question because I have been on the down low of the black market haircut movement. And because of that, the first few videos we did, I got a litany of phone calls about getting a black market haircut during this time, and somebody provided that for me. And so,
like an underground haircut.
Underground haircuts. Yeah. I sat out back at somebody's house, and I got my first sunburn ever while getting a haircut. And so Marcy wanted me to ask, have you cut your own hair?
How many people?
Wait a minute, because I want to say, Tanya Blackman just checked on. Tanya, we're praying for you. If you need anything, you need to let us know and message me or whatever and let us know if you need something. Jeff Graff, Maureen Stewart, yes, I have been very blessed. Lisa House says, hi, I love you all. Good to see you too.
Hi, Lisa.
Lisa, been praying for your family as well during this time, and I know it's been a rough time. And so the question is, have you cut your own hair? And I would suggest, ladies, do not cut your own bangs. Don't do it. Resist the temptation. I saw a chart the other day showing women how to cut their own bangs, and I'm like, they should not do that.
Caleb says, does a trim count?
Does a trim? Caleb, your mom did yours. That's not underground. That was right in my bedroom.
But he said, like, does a trim count getting your haircut? Shelby trimmed it a little bit. Like, she's trimming, like, above his ears and down here because he's letting his hair.
No, she's not either.
She did do it.
He said, have you ever cut hair before? And she said, I've cut the hair on a horse. And he goes, never mind, I'll have Mom do it.
Doug's been cutting his own hair for 15 years.
Have you seen Doug's haircut? It's an eighth of an inch all over of his head.
Oh.
Tony says his fiance is a hairstylist. Yeah. I would like that because I would literally get my hair cut every other Saturday.
Yeah.
Clark says, I've cut my own hair for years. Rick says, I always shave my own head. The guys seem to be, they can just roll with it.
Yeah.
What now, ladies, are you cutting your own hair?
Remember that time I tried to cut your hair?
Yeah. Marcy tried to cut my hair at one time.
You asked me to.
I just wanted a buzz cut.
No, you wanted, I don't even know why, but you wanted me to do it. I kept telling you I didn't think I should do it. You were like, you can do it, you can do it. Then you had a hole in the side of your head, and we called Whitney. And when we went in there, Whitney looked at me, and she said, don't ever do this again. And I said, okay.
I went to Annie Becker.
No, this was another time then.
One time, Marcy was going to give me, we would have buzzes because the kids were little, and we had no money, so everybody got a buzz cut, all the guys. And Marcy took the clippers and went, yeah, and they died. And I just had a spot in my head.
Battery charged.
And so I went to Jeff's at 10 o'clock at night, and Jeff got his clippers out, and Annie went, yeah, and hers died. And I ended up there for 4 hours waiting for the clippers to charge up so they could finish my haircut, but whatever.
All right. So Wayne says what little there is left.
So Wayne, did Abby cut your hair, or did you try to cut your own hair? Aaron cuts his own hair, which is a talent that I'm not for.
Who?
Aaron.
Well, it's easier if you have curly hair to cut your own hair. I think your mom cuts her own hair.
Hey, Tammy, how are you guys doing?
Hi, Tammy.
Doug says that's all that is left, an eighth of an inch. Yeah.
So
the
Karen
second
said,
time he let me, Alan. So Shelby said that the second time.
So Karen evidently got accused of stabbing Braden in the ear.
Wayne said, I was talking about Doug. Wayne said up a little bit farther. Let me troll up there a bit. Wayne said, what little is left, and he was talking about Doug's hair. What little is left, man. My mom says I've cut her own hair for 30 years. My mom cut our hair quite a bit growing up until I got older.
Grace's hair, and I've cut Shelby's hair, but their hair is curly and they don't have layers. Grace does kind of now, but it's a little easier if your hair is straight.
Paula said Mike shaves his own, but I would not do my own. Yeah.
I saw Lisa House put no way.
Yep. Tammy says hi everyone. Caleb says I did have Mom check after Shelby's first cut. What?
And you did a great job, Shelby.
That was Shelby. You did a fantabulous job.
He's supposed to tell us that.
No, he's not, but he's his mother's son. It's crazy. So what else? Tammy, do you try to cut your own hair? Have you tried to cut your own hair during the quarantine? Or have you cut Gary's hair, and do you cut Jordy's hair? How does that work? This is what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about
right now.
So here's the list. If church was open, would you go? John apparently got an underground haircut person today. Yeah. So if church was open, would you go?
Quarantine personality.
What is your quarantine personality? Sleeper, online shopper, foodie, social media binger, movie marathoner, or workout junkie? What is your workout personality? Tammy says no to all questions. She don't cut nobody's hair, and so she ain't cutting nobody's. Do you get dressed up if you are on quarantine? Do you still get up and get dressed up? One time, Gary and I, it reminds me, we were working at Bob Valvano's house over in Cover Bridge, and we were doing some faux painting for him and Darlene. And Bob Valvano's mother-in-law lived in the basement. She was 95 years old, and she came upstairs. She was fully dressed, which is good, but she was like to the nines dressed up with her purse on, hair done, makeup on, and I was like, where are you going? And she said, oh, I dress like this every day. I'm going to iron the boys' clothes all day today. And I was like, that's incredible. But
I
that
think that
older
was part
older
of their
generation just did that.
Yeah.
That's what my grandpa wired houses in dress clothes, and so that just was a part of their generation. Kathy says Jerry would have never let me near his head with a pair of scissors. I can't come on it either. Yeah, it is crazy. Marcy told me the other day. She goes, "I'll trim it up," and I was like, "There is no way, no way."
Lisa says she's still working every day.
Are you,
Lisa, are you working at home?
I'm assuming she's saying she's working every day, so she's getting dressed to go to work every day. But you can clarify that.
Well,
Lisa
that
Lang
makes
says,
sense.
yes, go to church, and social junkie, and yes, dressed up for my Zoom. All right? Do you dress up then? Because this would be the $1 million question for people that are doing Zoom, doing Facebook Live, preachers and stuff like that. Do you only dress up and wear shorts? We were there at the house one time, and Bob Avano was on live with ESPN there in the studio, and he walked out in a sport coat, shirt and tie, and he had shorts and flip flops on, and I was like, "What?"
You would do that.
No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
I've got pants on, and
flip-flops.
nobody's ever gonna see. I would never wear flip flops.
Yeah.
But anyway, Lisa says no. She goes
to
to the office. Tony says he's been working too.
All right, let's do the next.
We're asking if they cut their own hair.
We did.
All right. Here will be a fun question. And remember, the name of the video is Ask the Pastor. So we're trying to make it go, but you can ask us as well. Lisa Lang says, no pantyhose.
I hate panties.
Oh, man, I don't like them either. I quit wearing them a long time ago. Here's a good question. Penny Key says, Chris will be back to work before long, and he will fix your hair. I've already gotten a few calls from him, to be honest with you. So I've got the down low with Mr. Keith. With gas prices low, what's the lowest you've paid in what year? Like, some of you are young, and you're paying the lowest now. But what was the year that you paid the lowest? What did you pay? And what kind of car did you drive when you do that? Let's do it like that. Tony says neither, not to flip-flops.
No flip-flops.
Yep. What was the lowest you ever paid for gas?
I honestly don't know.
You're getting pretty old.
Yeah.
So under $1.
I used to get all my gas at H-E-B grocery on my way to work, and I mean I'm thinking it was less than $1. Because when I got the red van, it cost me $20. That's when the twins were born, so that would have been 2002. It cost me $20 to fill it up, so it was around $1 a gallon then. So
it was cheaper than that whenever you were 18.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So it had to have been under $1.
89 cents. Karen says, where? 1972. My mom paid 26 cents in Okinawa, Japan, which is where I was born. So 26 cents. John said 68 cents, and his car was a VW Rabbit.
Oh my word!
Was it a stick shift? And some people won't know what that is, but was it a stick shift? Lisa Lang says I paid $1.20 a day, and I don't remember cheaper. Yeah. Lisa, yeah, that's pretty low. I think like whenever I first got my license,
she's saying today.
Yeah, you might catch it somewhere for 89 cents or 85 cents. But it would bump around 90 cents. All right. Abby says, I drove a 1996 Toyota Camry, 89 cents. Penny Keith, 29 cents. Mercury Comet. Tony says, 97 cents. 92 drove an 84 F-150. Twyla drove a 69 Mustang.
Twyla and me were so cool.
Probably 79 cents. Marcia said 50 cents and 75. Kathy says 36 cents. 1970 drove a Ford of some kind.
Gary's on.
Gary said, I paid 23 cents for regular. Gary, I mean, did they have cars when you were 18? And they did. And but Gary paid 23 cents for regular. Gary, what was your first car? And did you own a car before you owned a motorcycle? Tanya just says yes. What is she saying yes to? We're scrolling. John said 68 cents. Oh, he does know it was a stick shift. That was my first car, was a Dodge Daytona, and it was a stick shift as well.
I got home, I got off the school bus, and there sat, it was a 1980 Mustang. It was white. I was so excited, and I ran out to the yard, and I looked in the window, and it was a stick shift.
Twyla says
olive green.
That it was olive green.
Goodness,
I was going to stick Gary's up here. This is
that was Mustang was my first.
It's incredible to think that anybody ever paid 23 cents. I don't know if you saw this the other day, but oil sold for negative $37 a barrel, and they put out a memo looking for places to store that gas. They would pay you to store gas until they could move it somewhere to offload it, because it sold for under, negative $37 a barrel, the lowest it had ever sold in history. Incredible. Do I need to scroll that back up? Is it moving? Yes, it is. Paula did 99 cents, 1995, and 94 Escort. How long did you have that Daytona?
Not
Wayne
very
has.
long.
This is Wayne is going to get he's not getting a bag of confidence. He's getting a bicycle horn. All right, because he's trolling me.
Hey, how long did Wayne have that truck on the big old wheels?
Wayne had a truck on big old wheels too.
For about as long as you had that Daytona.
But I bought a Dodge Daytona on Monday, and I totaled it in a 10-car pileup on Friday, and it was a stick. And it was fast, and my little heart was broken until I bought it for $2,000 and at Blue Book for $5,500, and I bought a Firebird. Yep, 1990 Firebird, and that's the car I had for a long time.
Nowhere to go.
Yeah, low gas with nowhere to go. Yeah.
Tony Boyle says good night.
Good night, brother. Love you.
Marcia's first one was a Dodge Dart.
Gary said he had a 49 Jeep.
Ooh, I bet that was cool.
Yep. Her first car was a Dodge Dart. We had a couple of those. My grandpa had a couple of those. Longer than he had the Daytona. Oh, man. Michelle Bestwick says a lot was different in 1995. Yeah, it was a lot different in 1995. Oh, man. And it was yellow. It was originally, my Firebird was originally silver. I was at band practice because I was a band nerd and I played a saxophone and drums. And my car disappeared. And it didn't really disappear. Somebody used it to take somebody home. And on the way home, they flipped it in Jeff Hurst's front yard off of Daisy Hill. It went down over a hill into his pond there. And we got it out. Took it to Call's Body Shop, had it repainted canary yellow, and I had that car for a long time. I actually sold it to a couple that rented the house that we live in now, and they drove it for several years, and just a couple years ago, I saw it at Marathon in Salisbury, and so that car has been around for 30 years, and I put 2 motors in it, drove it like almost 300,000 miles.
So Mrs. Lisenby said she had a Ford Cougar in 1969. And then Tanya says her dad thought he was doing her a favor. First car is a Thunderbird. Were those the great big cars? The Thunderbirds? Were those they were like sedans. They were real big. Is that what those were, Tanya? Because I think that's what my dad tried to buy me. And he showed me a picture and I said, please tell me you did not buy that car. Because it was so big. Karen French says she remembers your Firebird.
Everybody can look at Sam's shirt. I had my green screen turned on, watch, and bam, all of a sudden.
Sam disappears.
Yep. And bam, he's back. Oh, gosh, man. I was like, what's going on over there with Sam?
Yep, Tanya says that's what it was.
Michelle Bestwood says, my first car was a Ford Probe. Mike Lawson had a Ford Probe, and it was turbocharged. It was the fastest car I had ever seen in my life. Where at, Paula? Mike said in 1991, 85 cents. He had a 1977 Chevy Nova. That was one of my favorite cars. Craig Dunn bought a Chevy Nova. Was one of my favorite cars when he worked for us. And I like the Chevy Nova. And what was the other one? There's another one with a similar body style. Maybe it was a Chevelle. But those are my favorite cars.
Yeah. So, yeah, Tanya says it was huge. Twyla says the Thunderbirds were big. I did not end up with a Thunderbird. Actually, there was something wrong with my car's engine. It just kept not working a couple times.
You kept not putting oil in it.
Anyway, there was something wrong with the engine. The car wouldn't work, and so I ended up getting a Ford Ranger instead. It was a 1983 Ford Ranger, also a stick shift.
Doug says a Chevelle. Twyla said those Novas were nice. Those are my favorite cars. I just like the style. I really wasn't a... I liked the Dukes of Hazzard, but I really wasn't a
Heather
Dodge
had a
Charger
Chevy
fan.
Nova.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Love this. See you next Monday. Love you, Kathy, and praying for you. Call if you need anything for sure, or message me. Amen.
I don't think that the Nova that Heather had is the same Nova you're talking about, though.
Maybe not. I don't know what year his Nova was. Literally, we went to a job over off of St. Joe Road, and we were putting lights in a garage, and this lady husband had passed away, and she had a car under a tarp, and Craig just said, "What kind of car's under there?" And she pulled the tarp off, and it was this mint condition Nova, like maybe a 55. And so she asked him, he said, do you drive it? She said, no. And she goes, I would sell it. And so she said, and he just goes, what would you sell it for? And she goes, if you had $2,000, you could drive off in it today. And we drove to the bank, and he bought that thing. It broke my heart.
Twyla says the year does matter.
Yeah.
Caleb wants to know, Doug, if that was the car that you rammed on Wilson Switch Road.
I don't know what the car was that Doug ramped on Wilson Switch Road, because when it went over us, all we saw were the tire and undercarriage.
I was with you.
That's right. Welcome to the plan.
Did he wreck it?
No, that was the car that Craig had. Yes, that was the car that Craig had. Which car had the eagle on the hood? Marcia asked. My mom had a
Trans Am.
A Trans Am, yeah, a GT, and it had a big gold Firebird on the hood. 1988 Mercury Sable. It was a snowy night here on Wilson Switch Road, over by the Earringers, and we
were probably coming home from church.
A truck was in front of us, and he was going right in the middle of the road, so I stopped because I was just like, this dude is going to get hit. And all of a sudden, these headlights just come over the hill doing about, I'll be modest, 80 miles an hour. And all we saw were tires, and as it went by, I just saw this, Douglas's face. And he went down into this ditch, and
he wrecked.
And we brought the car home.
Okay, next question.
I don't know. We don't have another question. How about you guys ask us a question? What kind of question? Ask the pastor, ask Alan, to probably more of you than anybody, but ask the pastor. That was pretty cool. We're watching us live, 30 seconds delayed, and Marcy's making fun of my faces and stuff. So Sam's over there trolling us. I would sneak my dad's 55 Buick Roadmaster red fast trouble. Yeah, that's what my mom's car was. I would say, hey, can I use it? And then we would rip. I was not driving that. What speed do you think you were going when you topped that hill? What kind of vehicle?
She wants one. I loved it. I don't know if it was your car or your mom's car.
Sam, what kind of car do you want?
A Camaro.
Sam wants a Camaro. New Camaro, the newer ones. Why do you like the Camaros? Because of Transformers or something?
No.
What is it?
Like the build. I want
like the build.
Burgundy Camaro.
A burgundy Camaro.
Your dad's probe was burgundy.
Big old giant.
And my car that your
Firebird, right on the top of that
your dad totaled that I loved, it was burgundy.
That was LeBaron. You parked it in the wrong spot.
No, I did not.
Burgundy's just a good car color.
It is a good car color.
Yeah.
35.
Wait, why is Doug's emoji a girl?
He probably don't have his glasses on.
Doug, your emoji is a girl.
35. He was doing 35 times 2 or plus 35, whichever way you want to see it.
So, me and it was Tammy. Tammy had spent the night with me. My friend Tammy had spent the night with me. We were not old enough to drive yet. And my dad had one of those custom vans that had the couch in the back and stuff. what were they called?
Conversion
van. And so we decided, we were bored, lived out in the middle of nowhere. We decided, I had driven some, we were going to take the van, drive it down the road a little ways, and come back because my parents were gone. So we got in the van, started backing out of the driveway. As we're backing it out, yes, Tanya, I know my emojis. As we're backing it out, it dies. And so we pushed it. We finally get it into the end of the driveway, but it will not start. My dad pulls into the driveway. He's laughing so hard he can't even sit up. And he says, "What are you doing?" And I was like, we were just driving it up and down the driveway. He had put some kind of mechanism in it that if you didn't do something, it would cut the gas off because someone had tried to steal it. He did something.
I'm sure it was a Jimmy rig. You probably had to pump it with your foot.
Something. There was something you had to do to get
PG-13
the gas to come. Yeah. To get the gas to come to the engine or whatever. And so we thought we were going to be in so much trouble. The engine or whatever.
This is why oil never got into the car.
I know where you put the gas in. So we thought we were going to get in trouble, but my dad thought it was so funny that we didn't get in trouble.
Oh my goodness, man. Yeah. Well, do you have a question for us tonight? What's going on? Sam, do you have a question for the Facebook audience? None at all? Mm-hmm. What movie would you marathon?
Princess Bride.
Yeah, that's Marcy and them. They watch Princess Bride. We speak in Princess Bride. Physic! And so we speak in Princess Bride.
Or Home Alone.
John said it's called a governor, Marcy. Oh, what's a governor? That's just, who's our governor?
If we were actually
don't answer that question.
Yeah. I want to say Brashear because he's on the news all the time. I know he's Kentucky's governor, but that's the one that always comes to mind. I know. Yeah, we would have been.
Miss Anita says hi to Sam.
But Pam, if me and you as friends, Twilight had always been getting on to us.
Yeah. Yep. I want to watch it.
Too. Yeah.
What's your all-time favorite movie?
Me?
No. Yes, you. But what is your all-time favorite movie? What is it? All time.
I would say Princess Bride is probably my all-time favorite movie. Princess Bride, Cinderella, and Tangled would be my top.
I am not married to you any longer.
Star Wars.
Oh my gosh.
I like them. They're funny.
In my mouth a little bit.
They're funny. They have happy endings. They're fun to watch. They're light. It's nothing dreary or dark or. I like My Fair Lady too.
Oh my gosh.
And Sabrina.
Abby put Tangled.
Star Wars.
See?
Is that a cartoon?
Yeah.
What do you guys need to grow up?
It's animated, not a cartoon.
Oh jeez, what's the difference? Do you like Tangled?
Say
no. Say
no.
No. Oh, that's right. You don't like it.
Star Wars.
Tanya says, "Where's your favorite place to go on vacation?"
Where's my favorite place to go on vacation? Utah, and I would love to go back to Montana. Clark Prince, Tombstone. That's my flick, man. I like. Oh man, they're rolling. I like Tombstone. That is one of my favorite. Doug says 8 seconds. We tried to watch that just a while back with Shelby. You need to go watch it again. The Searchers. Searchers
with John Wayne.
Yep, they just had John Wayne Marathon on all day yesterday, and I've seen those movies since I was knee high to a grasshopper.
Your mom says Governor is part of a car. Yep, I've learned that tonight.
Right.
You should. Yep. I know more about cars.
Yeah, they don't have them anymore, but she knows that now.
Yeah. It was an older one.
Shelby says Sweet Home Alabama.
That is one of Savannah's favorites, too.
Okay. Abby says, I like Indiana Jones.
Is that just Shelby?
Shelby says, 8 seconds, yes. Shelby, we just tried to watch 8 seconds a while back. It was who's in that movie? Is that, I know the actors, but who's the main character? Who's he representing? Lane Frost? Who's the writer?
Which song you talking about?
I'm your Huckleberry Tombstone. I'll be your Huckleberry Doc Holliday. We speak in Tombstone too. And what's the other? Tombstone and who's the Wyatt Earp is the the other from that. Those are good movies. Hey Mindy, how are you doing? Lane Frost. That's what I thought. So Lane Frost was the bull rider in 8 Seconds. We're asking, what is your favorite movie of all times? Favorite of all times. Which one? Which one? Hey, which one?
Which Star Wars?
Oh,
The third one or the newest one?
the third one or the newest one? Star Wars.
Hi, Mindy.
My guys are Star Wars junkies.
Mindy, we're asking what's your favorite movie?
Hey Mindy, Nathan, what's your favorite movie all time? Come over here and put your head in here. Let people see your swishy hair.
It looks nice.
Camera's too low.
Yep. USA. Fiddler on the Roof.
That Twilight, I really liked that movie. When we watched it, I think I could watch that again.
We tried to watch that, but Marcy and Shelby wouldn't quit asking questions. Hoosiers,
That's a
Allison
good
said Hoosiers. Yep, the boys went up there and played ball a while back in that gym. Yep, last year. Nancy says Savannah Smiles.
That's an old one.
Yep. May 4th, you can stream all 9 Star Wars movies on Disney Plus. What the what? That'll be so much fun. John said Sniper.
Already see
That is a good movie.
French
Sniper.
says
Grease. We saw
yeah.
that live. Was that John Travolta? Was in
Yes.
Grease?
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that was
Sniper was one of the
favorite
Wahlbergs.
movie growing up.
I've never seen Savannah Smiles. And Savannah lived with us, and I never saw her smile either. So,
Grace,
Shooter
what's your favorite
was
movie?
one of the Wahlbergs was in.
Yeah, favorite movie ever.
We have to ask Doug to do the dance for 8 Seconds movie. That would be funny. Hey, Doug, you think we could, if I could get this, Doug, if I could get this, I could put this into the feed live.
Oh, I like Wonder.
What was Nathan's? Nathan's, what was your favorite movie? Shooter. Nathan likes Shooter. That is a good movie.
Grace's was one.
Nancy says, I'm old Marcy. I've never even seen that movie. Ah. She's old Marcy.
Grace says Wonder, the movie Wonder.
What is
It's
it?
her favorite.
I wonder what it is.
It's about a boy that's born with a facial deformity and his struggle through that. It's really cute.
I won't watch it with her.
Doug says he's not going to do the dance. Nah.
Douglas!
Oh, man. Nancy says, Places in the Heart. I don't know if I've ever seen that.
I don't know if I've ever even heard of it.
Sounds corny.
I'll have to look it up. You don't say it sounds corny to Nancy. She's been providing us with many Snickers. That's the greatest movie ever. Hope Floats and Jerry Maguire. That was Jerry Maguire's good movie. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Which one, Paula? The new one or the old one? Shooter is good for Nathan.
Mindy, I don't think I've seen either one of those movies.
Isn't Lonesome Dove, Abby, a trilogy? You've never seen Jerry Maguire?
No.
Okay. Isn't Lonesome Doves a trilogy? That's a good movie.
Yeah.
As well, old western. That's crazy.
Jerry Maguire, is that the one where he says, "You had me at hello"?
I don't know about that. Pure Country was a good one. Yep, that was a good one. Abby says yes. Lonesome Dove is a trilogy. Have to keep up with all that
right.
stuff.
Another question. If somebody has another question, Paula likes the old one. I like both.
I don't like both.
Which, you like the old one or the new one?
If I had to watch one of them, it would be the old one.
Because you don't like Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp creeps me out.
Okay, that's all right.
All right. Show me the money.
What's that mean? Is that a movie?
Is that must be a movie. Show me the money. It might be a movie quote. If one of these movies that we just rolled through and we missed it, she'll have to clarify. She's laughing probably at us.
Probably. So,
Clinton is watching. Hey, Clinton. Dustin Pence, he's watching. Praying for your brother. Been crazy times. Hope church is going well.
another question. If somebody has another question.
Wonder had Owen and Julia Roberts. Then he says that was in Jerry Maguire. Jerry Maguire saying Wayne says. Jerry Maguire says Twilight. Looks like Marcy's going to be watching Jerry Maguire pretty soon. I walked in the other night. Now, I will say that there's a certain level of manliness that's in this home. And there's a certain level of manliness when you walk into my TV room. All the way from
'Cause
the
you won't let me
unfinished paint
decorate.
to the recliners to the projector, all that. There's a certain manliness. And Marcy is watching a Hallmark movie. Sitting on the couch watching a Hallmark movie. When I walked in, like instantly I knew that has to be a Hallmark movie.
I was here by myself. I just wanted something quiet. I didn't want to think. I just wanted to chill for a little bit. I've never watched a Hallmark movie ever in my life. It was a good movie.
Why would you know that, Tanya? Why would you know that?
Trent says Shawshank Redemption.
That's a good movie. That's a
True. Is that based on a true story?
that's a tough movie. Yep. Paula says Forrest Gump. And
That was a good movie.
yeah, I was running one time and I just stopped as well. Mindy says I love Hallmark movies. What?
Mindy and Shelby.
Oh my!
Do we know
What?
anybody? Mindy and Shelby.
I'm gonna call Josh as soon as we get off of here.
Hey,
It's in
ask
Jeremy
Mindy.
McGuire.
Mindy, has
Oh,
Josh?
Amos is here. So it's been nice with you all tonight.
Amos.
We're about to get a movie fest.
Wait,
Amos is the
Mindy,
movie king.
has Josh ever watched a Hallmark movie with you?
That's what I want to. Has any of the women on this
knew Jennifer
feed
would like a
had
Hallmark
their
movie.
husbands watch a Hallmark movie
Amos,
with them?
what is your
Jennifer
favorite?
From beginning
Holland.
to end.
Jennifer loves Hallmark movies.
God, there's something
Hey,
wrong.
Twyla, you like Hallmark
No,
movies?
don't do it. If they are Christmas.
If they're
yes.
Christmas.
Okay,
See?
all right. Maybe
Okay.
a Christmas movie.
Okay.
They all end the same.
I tried to watch them at Christmas because everybody talks
Yeah.
about how much they enjoy them, but I
Josh
couldn't
hates
watch
Hallmark
them.
movies. That's right. That's right.
Oh,
A
gosh.
certain amount of manliness.
For you Hallmark movie goers, it was called,
Yeah, what is your favorite movie of all time, Amos?
This is gonna have like 25.
Just
He's gonna,
one.
like, list them.
Royal Matchmaker.
Charlie
Royal
has
Matchmaker.
watched
It was
with
cute.
me. He had to sleep through most of it, Mom. There's no way. There's so much manliness pouring out of him that I can't believe that he watched the whole thing. Yes.
Paula doesn't.
Is Tanya saying yes to John has watched Hallmark movies with her?
No.
way.
No.
I don't. Paula said I don't watch Hallmark
Lisa
movies.
watches
The
Christmas
Christmas
ones.
ones.
Mindy's idea
We need
is
Hallmark
good.
Ladies Night.
That would be fun, and we could watch
And watch
Royal
some
Matchmaker.
woman meet her favorite man, and they can kiss in the end. It's ridiculous.
Or we could just show them our wedding video.
It's a tie between Dark Knight and The Prestige. That's a
could-
pretty good one. What?
We could just show them our wedding video.
That's
And
not a
call it
Hallmark movie.
You said a woman meets. What'd you say?
We could not show our wedding video. Agreed, Mindy. Our wedding video was before we were saved.
It wasn't.
Josh says, yes, I have, but not willingly. Josh,
John has.
do not roll yourself under the bus.
Tanya says John has.
Oh, there's no way.
She wouldn't lie.
We're having a man camp when we get back to church. Oh, my goodness. I don't have words to speak from that.
Well,
I'm sitting so close to that frother that I think it's taking away from my manliness.
Maybe Josh and John are so secure in their manhood that
I don't
they
want
can
to hear
do
nothing
it.
about that, and let's not talk about that on live TV. What are those emojis, Mindy?
It's her
Oh,
covering
slapping
face.
her head. Yep. Oh my
Says,
gosh.
goodness gracious.
It's not very good for you.
Man cards removed. Thank you, Douglas. And Doug gets the second bag of confidence tonight, and we're gonna give him a glockenspiel. There you go. That's what I don't know what it is either.
Hey, it sounds German. Michelle
We could
would
go
probably-
with the party. There we go. Party night. Yep. There's a DJ horn. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Man
Not
card.
from the beginning.
Yeah,
says
that's
John.
right.
That's why I was tricked. I was watching the movie and Alan walked in and he
Nacho
said,
Libre.
he,
We love Nacho Libre. as
Alan
well.
hadn't been in the room 2 seconds and he was like, "Is that a Hallmark movie?" I'm like, "I've never watched one before. It's almost over."
There's no way I would watch that stuff.
Sam likes Nacho Libre. Yes.
But we love you guys. We are delirious with fatigue. Squirrel. It is. We've been on it for an hour and 10 minutes. We appreciate your participation it's just fun and just building relationships, enjoying one another's company. Facebook can be such a tool that is so destructive, it seems, but then there's this side where you can enjoy yourself. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What is it? Hey, can I have what? Can I have a bite of your tots?
Napoleon Dynamite.
Who
Who put
No,
that?
get your own.
Get your own tots. Josh, hey, don't try to squirrel in here with Braveheart after watching the Hallmark movies. All right? It don't work like that. Nice comb over, Nathan. Yeah. Good night, folks. Love you, Clark. Love you guys. Man card restored. Yeah. We love you guys.
Love
and
you guys.
Plenty of prayers to go around. Be sure as you're looking on Facebook, there's a lot of nonsense, but be sure you're looking for people that need a prayer. Stop right there and just lift them up to the Lord. And especially those that are sick, we've been praying for it. And I don't know if it's completely public, and so I'm sorry if I'm producing this, but Jeff Milner's son has been in the hospital, and he's young. And so we've been praying for him. He's one of the conservation officers here in District 8. And then many others. Marcy and I could just go over and over and over of them. I mean, huh?
Tammy.
Yeah, Marcy's friend Tammy, her son Gannon, he's 17, and he's had some seizures in the hospital where as well. Could sure use your prayers. And we love and miss you guys too. Josh is just rattling off the man ones now. And so we will see you Wednesday night. We'll be back live on our church page for our Wednesday night service doing just a Bible study. So we would love for you to join in, get your Bible out, and just learn from the Word of God. Just very simple teachings from God's Word. And we will see you Wednesday or Sunday morning, Sunday night. Hopefully see you soon in person. We love you. Have a good night. Everybody,
Bye.
wave bye. I've
Bye, guys.
got to find
Make
the
the
finish
screen
button.
glitch up.
There it is.